Okay, continuing on with our notes for scale, factor, and scale. We're starting on the reading strategies note page, where it talks about more about the scale model as a picture that closely represents the solid figure. So if you draw a scale model of a football field, you might use a scale of 1/4 for each yard. So it looks like they're saying that 1/4 of an inch is equal to 1 yard. So they have their little picture of a football field, and they're saying here the scale is going to be 1/4 of an inch equals 1 yard of the actual football field. This would be called your scale, not your scale factor, because remember, in scale we can have different units. In scale factor we can't have different units. So we're going to change yards into inches so the units are the same, so we can get that scale factor by the end of our note page right here. So 1/4 to 36, because where did they get the 36? Well, there's 3 feet in a yard, and there's 12 inches in a foot. So 12 times 3 is 36. So 1/4 of an inch represents 36 inches of the football field. So now we're talking same units. So we're going to divide 1/4 divided by 36. And then to divide, we would multiply by the flip of that, which they get right here. So this is multiply the reciprocal of the second fraction. And so we're going to get 1/144. So the scale model is what fraction of the actual length of the field? 1/144, or 1/144th is the fraction of the actual length of the field. That's what our model is going to be. Okay, so this is our scale factor. So we changed it from scale, which had different units, right here, to scale factor, which had the same units. 1 inch represented 144 inches. So we can say this model is 1/144th of the actual field. All right, let's move to these examples. We've got these letters for a banner that we want to make. You have the letters that are 1 inch high to use as a model. The letters need to be enlarged to 2 feet in height. So, in what unit of measurement are the model letters? The model letters are in inches, so we're going to write that here. Into what unit of measurement do they need to be changed? Well, they need to be changed to feet. So what's the scale for the letters right now? The scale is 1 inch represents 2 feet. So if we put that scale into a ratio, that would look like a fraction. That would be 1 inch to 2 feet. And then we need to change the feet into inches so we can have our scale factor, because this is just the scale. And then if we change 2 feet into inches, that would be 24 inches. So now we have 1 inch to 24 inches. That's our scale factor because they are in the same units of measurement. So how the letters will be enlarged how many times? Well, if 1 inch to 24 inches, we're going to go 24 times what they actually are. So I hope that makes some sense. Now turn it to the back. This back little puzzle was just an exercise for you to recognize these are all scales, and remember that the first number is our scale drawing or scale model, and the second number is the original object. So let's just take a look. We're checking to see if going from the original to the scale is going to be a reduction, an enlargement, or if it's going to stay the same. So let's see. 5,280 feet going to 1 mile. Well, I'm pretty sure that 1 mile is the same thing as 5,280 feet. So that's not going to change. That's going to be the exact same size. Now, if I'm going from 80 feet to 20 inches, that's definitely going to be a reduction. 18 inches to 1 inch. Well, that's also a reduction. If I go 10 feet to 100 inches, okay, I have to do a little bit of math here. I got to figure out how many inches are in 10 feet. That's not too hard, 120 inches. So I'm going from 120 inches to 100 inches. That's going to be a reduction. 15 inches to 4 feet. Well, I know that there are 48 inches in 4 feet, so I'm enlarging there. 1 meter to 100 centimeters. Well, I happen to know that there are 100 centimeters in 1 meter, so that's going to be a preservation. We're just going to keep the same size going from the original to the scale. 10 millimeters to 1 centimeter. Once again, I know that 1 centimeter is the same as 10 millimeters, so that's going to be a preservation of keeping the same size. 24 inches to 10 feet. Wow. That's 120 inches, so I know I'm enlarging. So I'm going from the original 2 feet to 10 feet. I could have changed that, the inches to feet, easily as well. So just make sure you change them to the same thing so you can compare them. All right, 1 foot to 1 yard. I know that 1 yard is 3 feet, so that's going to be an enlargement. And then 100 feet to 6 inches. Yikes, that is way reducing. All right, so hopefully this little puzzle at the end kind of helped you figure that out. But it wanted to make sure I pointed out that we're going from right to left, not left to right. The right number is our original object, and we're shrinking or enlarging to our scale model or drawing. So keep that in mind. We're going from right to left to see if we're reducing or enlarging. So I hope that helps, and feel free to email me with any questions you have on our homework.